Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. You know what? Where's Hawk at? Listener discretion advised. Hands
Movie Power Hour. I am Electro, of course.
Yo, what up? This is Bono.
And we have Lil Lil.
Woo-hoo. Back again.
Back again. She can stay away, guys.
I can't.
Again, we are all big movie lovers on this show. We cover all movies, from movies that are playing in the movie theater right now to the classics. And, of course, our infamous lists,
Yes.
Bono. And, you know, like I said, we like to get ahead of it. We like to get it done. We started this journey back in 2023. It's almost 2024. We need to finish
2025.
It's almost 2024 in this list. I'm saying it's almost time for our 2024 recap.
We might as well start it now.
Which coming to you in early 2025.
Probably closer to 2020.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That's
Probably
good.
about 2030. Well, you'll see what we thought about 2025. But we're here because we don't half-ass shit.
Mm-mm.
We don't play that shit.
No.
We don't fuck with that soft shit here.
Homie, don't play that.
We finish what we start, goddammit, and we're gonna wrap it up. And the last time you heard us talking about films, we were getting started with No Hard Feelings, released on what is this? June 23rd. Foul year of our Lord 2023. We got a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb, 70% Rotten Tomatoes score, 87% audience score. Who's the first one? So I gave this.
Oh, that was nice.
So it's me, Bono, then Lil Lil. Where am I?
Where are you?
Line 27.
I gave it a 7.2.
I gave it a 7.
And Lil Lil, the generous Lil
one.
Lil.
The generous one.
What'd you give it?
I gave it an 8.4.
You loved it.
I loved it. Well, here's the thing. The first time I watched it, I was like, And then I watched it again, like almost immediately after. And then I was just like, you know what? This is actually a good chick flick.
It is a good one. I enjoyed it. I mean,
it's fun.
fucking, as far as chick flicks go, a 7.2 is fucking A+. As far as I'm
I mean, what's not to love? J-Law is full frontal, bush.
Full everything.
What a treat.
Unexpected. She beats people up naked, you know, and then she's just hilarious in it, dude.
She's really good in it.
Really whorish, too.
It's really cool to see her play like this kind of character too, because you know she was like an Oscar winner and all in these serious movies. She had this run of serious movies, and then took a break after they hacked into her phone and gave us some of the best nudes out there.
So then she was just like, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna
give it to you." Exactly.
No, she took a break for several fucking years. And then she comes back and she bears it all. You know, she left it all out there. No hard feelings, right?
No hard feelings. She's letting us know.
None taken.
She's letting us know that she's good.
This movie had a $45 million budget, made 50 U.S. and Canada, 87 worldwide. Not bad.
That's all right.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a sweet movie. And, you know, we don't get many films like this anymore. And I really like the little journey this poor little virgin.
It's great. I love that character. Dude.
Yeah,
He's so
funny.
good. And then when he sings Van Killer on the piano.
Bro, fire. Great cover.
Holy shit. I loved everything about it. I stand by my scoring. I think I scored it as a chick flick. You know, in the chick flick rating, 8.4.
All right.
That's good.
All right, moving right along to Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Came out on June 30th, 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 70% Rotten Tomatoes score, 88% audience score. I gave it a 7.4, just a little above No Hard Feelings.
That's what I'm seeing here too, you know, with Rotten Tomatoes and shit. But I didn't even watch this movie.
That sucks.
Really?
Come on,
Yeah,
man. Are you not an Indiana Jones fan?
I'm not. Honestly,
Honestly, I think the first time I watched it was at your house because your dad had Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I know, but
That
yeah,
movie's the fucking shit. Are
Yeah,
you kidding
I
me?
just- I need
you
to
watched
rewatch.
Raiders first.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
actually, no. I probably watched Last Crusade first, but like on TV and not. I only remember watching the end of Last Crusade, like on TV.
Well, that's the best part.
And Raiders, Bono's dad got it on VHS. So-
Your dad had the best action movies.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
I know you give me a lot of shit. You call me sick. Your dad was a big movie fucking guy. And
Well,
I probably got a lot of that.
It was
I probably
also
got a lot of that from him. Actually, from hanging out with you.
It was in the times where you would receive the mail and they would say, "Hey, we can send you the action package or this package," and he was just like, "Here's the action, but give me 12 movies," and they
Yeah.
would send them the VHSs.
What
Wow.
a time!
Yeah, dude.
I remember when we would do that. Right, you'd get like the movies for like a penny or something, and you'd have to subscribe or some shit. And yeah, you got like 7 movies in the mail
Mm-hmm.
in the most pristine, glossy fucking
Covers.
cardboard fucking
Waxed
cover.
cardboard,
Oh,
which is really dangerous. Like if that catches fire, it goes up like.
I mean, it'll be
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah, that's
You'll
true.
go down in the flame of glory.
Yeah. I
with
bought-
cinema.
There was one of these. I forget when, but we went to Goodwill to go just thrift shopping, right?
Hell yeah.
And there was a thing for VHSs, and whoever the fuck this guy was who just threw away his glorious collection had the trilogy of Indiana Jones special edition box set with a travel passport and like this other shit. So in this collection of 7 Jurassic Park and all these movies that this dude threw away, I got them all and got like for $5.
Wow.
I have it there, but I need to watch it. I need to now
You
buy
need a
it.
VCR.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't watch them like that. But on
That'd
the,
be-
I have
that'd
all
be
these
cool.
movies.
Dude, you should
I have all
watch
these
them
movies
like
in
that.
4K.
Yeah.
First of all, Raiders of the Lost Ark in 4K looks fucking beautiful. So please don't watch it on VHS. Watch it on
No,
4K.
dude,
Yeah,
there's something
to
cool
it.
about,
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's
Okay,
like your
fine.
childhood.
Fine. But first, watch it. First, watch the movie, the best version that you can watch.
Don't
please.
tell him how to live his
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how to live your life right now, okay?
Let him teach his
Go back
kids
to
about the
Goodwill
Yeah.
and put those VHSs back.
Yeah, dude, there was even a Lion King one there, and I also bought
It is
that.
time.
I bought it. I'm like, you know what? I had it in the
Yeah.
white case. For sure, these kids will have that too.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Lil
gave it an 8.
gave it an 8.
I love Indiana Jones.
I love Indiana Jones too. I know people hate on Kingdom of Crystal Skull. I don't give a fuck. I still like it. You guys could all fuck yourselves.
But was it? Is good?
I liked it. Yeah, it was directed by James Mangold, who directed Ford versus Ferrari and the Logan movie. I really liked it. Yeah, it starts off with a de-aging scene in World War II and stuff. So you get your Nazis, you get a nice little chase on a train. It is a little bit on the long side, and it gets a little wacky. There's time travel involved in this film, but at the end of the day, I really like this movie because I feel like it gives Indiana Jones a good end to his character. Like it wraps up the story, even though it was perfectly wrapped up in Last Crusade. You know, he made a 4th one, and you know, a lot of people didn't like that movie. A lot of people didn't like this.
Who
movie.
was in this? Who was the supporting actor?
Who was in it? Well, you know, I'll tell you who
wasn't. Shia LaBeouf wasn't in it.
No, but somebody that surprised me that was in it. I had no idea was in the movie, and he just pops up. Is one Antonio Banderas.
Whoa.
He just popped in there, and I was like, okay, little Anthony B, throw him my way. All right.
Anthony Flagg.
Okay.
Yeah, he dies. Spoilers, but
Oh,
God,
Yeah.
why?
spoilers. I said spoilers.
okay.
Come on, guys.
It's normal.
It's normal. This movie had a $294 million budget. It made 174 U.S. and Canada and only 383 worldwide. This was considered a disappointment. People didn't show up for Indy, and you know, people forgot. You know, and that's too bad. but I liked it. Bought it on 4K. Have a steelbook. I got all of the fucking Indiana Jones movies on 4K steelbook.
Maybe
course.
it's just not for this generation.
We were just talking about that in the last episode too.
It's just
Yep.
not. They're not interested.
They might not be. Anyway,
What
let's,
a bummer.
Yeah.
let's move right along to Bono's fucking movie of the year, Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
Did you even score it?
No, this is one of the late editions that we didn't.
We just added to it.
Yeah, so I don't know.
You didn't watch this?
Oh,
It's available, dude, on stream.
a lot of things are available. I don't watch it.
Why not, dude? It's a child trafficking tale.
I know. I hate Jim Caviezel, so I will not.
Okay, can we just? What is your beef?
Yeah.
With Caviezel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah,
That he thinks he's God now?
Yeah, and he's just like a crazy religious fanatic. He just kind of went overboard with it, and he's just a piece of shit now.
Well, he did something pretty wild by being Jesus. So I mean, that might get to your head a little bit.
Just a little
If
bit.
Mel,
Maybe.
if you're chosen by Mel
Yeah.
himself
You know,
before the
Yeah.
world knew what a piece of shit he was,
Not a piece of shit.
Vano still
Brilliant.
defends him to
Brilliant,
this day.
man.
I mean, I would still
Yeah.
watch movies with him in it.
What? Yeah, he hasn't done anything worth a
I mean,
while.
something's coming. You know, he's brewing something. But yeah, this movie's cool. I mean, I'm not aware that he's a religious fanatic, but if anything aligns with the Republican Party, this is the biggest Republican propaganda film of all
Oh,
time.
really?
Yeah. But it's also hitting something pretty heavy, which is child trafficking that happens everywhere.
I hate
Every
traffic,
day.
so I'm right there with you, Vano.
Stupid.
I hate
Not
getting-
children
I hate getting
in
stuck
traffic.
I hate getting stuck in
Trafficking
traffic.
children.
I hate
He's
getting
like,
stuck in
you
traffic.
know why we're in traffic? Because
There's
of
kids.
children.
There's kids everywhere.
I
Gotta
hate.
take their asses to school.
hate
Bigger
getting
cars.
There's nothing worse than being stuck in traffic with a kid too in the car. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
it's
Ain't
called
that
the
the
carpool
truth?
lane. You
Shoot me
take the
in
carpool
the
lane.
face. Come on.
Yeah, but no, there's a lot to it, and it's pretty fucked up.
The sound of freedom is throwing your child out of the car. That's the sound
Jesus.
of freedom.
No, it's not.
No?
You'll go to jail. You'll go to fucking jail. It's not the sound of
Well,
freedom.
you'll be as free as you can when you're trying to outrun the cops. This is gonna be your last moment of freedom.
Wow.
And that's the
Okay.
sound of freedom.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no car scenes in this movie.
What a shame. This movie sounds like it sucks. Jim Caviezel's in it.
I
There's no
watched-
car chases.
I watched 15 minutes of it and I had to walk away. It was like, I don't know. I think when you have a kid, it just changes
Immediately,
how you feel
yeah.
about things. And I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
When Lily's the voice of reason, you know something's wrong.
It's because the intro scene, it just shows you like in desperate needs, there's desperate times, there's people trying to find a way, especially in impoverished countries,
Yeah.
where they put up their kids like that, and they're like, oh fuck, I can break free. This kid, my kid, who is like photogenic, he looks good in a picture, whatever it is, they fully believe this dream, this vision of like, oh fuck, I can make it out of here.
Yep.
Exploit your child a little bit, and guess what? They take it from you. And then they fucking sell them for sex, or they just mutilate the child.
And that's the sound of freedom, isn't it?
No, it's really sad.
Yeah, it's
pretty
all
funny.
bad. Obviously, all that shit's horrible, but fuck Jim Caviezel and this movie. Next week, Insidious: The Red Door, released on July 7th. It has a 5.5 out of 10 on IMDb,
What?
38% Rotten Tomatoes score, 70% audience score,
38%.
and I gave it a 6.5.
I gave it a 7.5.
I gave it a 7.
This movie has a $16 million budget. It made $82 million in US and Canada and $189 million.
That's pretty good.
That's great.
That's great. Yeah.
It made almost. It was getting to Indiana Jones numbers, and it only cost $16 million to make. This movie was directed by Patrick Wilson. I really liked it.
Me too.
Same.
It was your typical Insidious movie, but it had 2 or 3 like really good scares in it that were like, all right, that was worth the movie. Real inventive stuff. What is it? He's having an MRI.
Like an MRI or a CAT scan or whatever. Oh, that's scary, dude.
Terrifying. If you're stuck in there with a fucking demon, no,
You can't move or else they have to restart. So you got to remain
Yeah,
still.
no, it's
terrible.
serious. You can't even breathe. Like,
Yeah.
they make you hold your breath.
Just take
Hold
the...
your breath. Don't move while a demon
Yeah.
is coming
If
at
you
you.
get hard in there.
Oh my god! Can you imagine? They'd be like, "Sir,
The
Sir.
focus, bro. Just the ability to
sir, you're too hard."
bring it down. That's insidious, dude.
Insidious for you.
I feel like that's all we have to say.
Next movie on the list, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1,
Yeah.
released on July 12th. 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb, 96% Rotten Tomatoes score, 94% audience score, 9.3 from me.
9.5 over here.
Nine, solid 9.
I'm surprised you watched this movie.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Are you a big MI?
Are you an MI-er?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Lil.
This movie was made for $291 million. It made 172 US and Canada and 567 worldwide. This was a bit of a disappointment, especially look at that fucking giant budget, man.
Yeah.
It did better than Indiana Jones. That's good.
Well, that's just the cruise machine,
Did it?
dude.
174 versus 172.
No,
Worldwide, right?
Oh, worldwide.
Worldwide, Indiana Jones made 383
Okay.
and Mission Impossible made 567. That's it.
You know what, Lil? I would expect you to watch this film, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? I was telling Gordy this
It
the other
was
day.
just fucking Top Gun, okay? I say one bad thing about a Tom Cruise movie, and now
We
you're
will
like,
not let that go.
and now
Can't
you're
slide
like,
that.
do you watch Mission Impossible? Of course, I watch Mission
know who
Impossible.
Tom Cruise is? This movie has an actor doing what he does best, and I'm talking about giving Chucho a knife, because we know that Chucho from Mi Familia
That boy
knows
can use a knife.
he knows his way around a knife, and if you disrespect him or his lady, he will stab you in the gut and then run away from the police, and then
Have his little brother be his accomplice.
and then your little brother will see you, and an owl will spook you, and you will get shot in the head.
Wow.
A little spoiler for
I need to
for
rewatch
Mi
that.
Familia.
That sounds
Good,
great.
dude. It's good.
That sounds good.
And then Jimmy Smits is scarred for the
For
rest of his life.
He goes to jail.
Jennifer Lopez is also in that movie.
She is the mother in the
Whoa.
beginning.
Yeah,
dude.
Edward James Olmos.
Yeah.
Star
It's
cast.
on all-star
Wow.
cast.
I need to rewatch that.
So, if anybody could give Ethan Hunt a run for his money,
It's Chucho.
you give Chucho a blade.
Dude,
He's always going to have a chance.
I just recently rewatched La Bamba. I don't know when was the
Oh,
last time you guys watched that.
Recently.
Not long ago.
Recently,
No,
dude.
how rapey is the start of that movie?
Very-
Chucho's a rapist.
Holy fuck,
Rapist. He totally rapes Rosie
man!
and then kidnaps her from her family.
He states it. I basically have to rape her, is what he says, and I'm
Yes.
like, whoa,
Yeah.
really intense.
No.
Happening over in Pacheco Pass, not
Yeah.
that far from
And
here.
not only that, he
And that's why
pretty
he-
much kills Richie. I mean, it's assumed that he takes the necklace from
Right,
him.
that was,
And that
that's
was
what did it. You're right.
So Chucho has a track record.
Wow. And spoilers for this as well. He's just taking people out, man.
He's a ruthless killer. That's probably why they got him. They were like, number one, he was in La Bamba.
He was raped.
He's one of our best rapists.
And you still like him, which is weird.
I know. At the end, you still feel bad for him because Richie's dead.
He's on a bridge screaming Richie's name.
Right.
Which I told my brother, I was like, if you don't bob me when I die
Right.
at the Chular Bridge,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hunt your ass forever.
We need a slow-mo clip of you guys running up a hill as well, because that was that was tasteful.
At the shoreline, we did that.
Oh,
one
there you
time,
go.
But we
See?
didn't record
Oh, we
it.
need to. We'll do a shoreline trip.
Okay.
Yeah. When you die, that whole thing will be on a loop. You would be running up a hill. So
Wow.
look forward to that, guys. When Lily dies,
It's gonna be great.
or if I go first. Either way,
Nah.
either way.
She
I
called
live
it
a
for
very rock and roll lifestyle. Next on the list is Oppenheimer, released on July 21st. 8.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 93% audience score, 91%. What did I say audience score? Rotten Tomatoes score.
Rotten Tomatoes, yeah.
91% audience score. I gave it a 10.
I gave it a 10.
I gave it a 10.
10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10.
Perfect score. Oppie for the
Oppenheimer.
win.
This movie had a $100 million budget, made 329 million US and Canada and 965 million worldwide. Directed by Christopher Nolan. This movie was a fucking smash hit,
Fuck
buddy.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, masterpiece. And I think you donated a lot of that money.
You're a big
One of
part,
the-
big contributor.
One of those points I added to it. I watched this movie in IMAX 4 times.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I dedicated 4 days to this movie. 4 whole days, 4 trips.
You're crazy.
One of them to San Francisco. I watched it at the big ass screen they have over there. It was glorious. Like, obviously, I fucking love this movie, and you know, we just gotta praise the fact that a movie that is not like an action movie or a superhero movie or whatever, like, made that much fucking money.
It's a movie about like
It's a mo-
history.
It's a
Yeah,
movie
it's,
about people talking.
It's a movie about nerds.
It's just a bunch of people talking for 3 hours. There's about 2 minutes of that where you see a cool explosion.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth the 3 hours.
But the rest of it is just people talking, and everybody shut up for it. So it's fucking great.
I think Josh Hartnett had a lot to do with this too.
Of
you know?
course.
They were like, he's
I
back,
mean,
he's there, he's doing
yeah.
it. He's with Killian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert Downey's in here too, killing it.
Like,
You know,
Emily
he had just said,
Blunt.
"Fuck, you know, I'm done with Iron Man anyway, so let me just move on to bigger and greater."
Let me go get an Oscar.
Yeah, let me just
Real quick.
let me take a break here.
Yeah, this movie
yeah.
won all the Oscars too.
Deserved.
Christopher Nolan finally has an Oscar. Finally, Jesus.
Okay, but he did it the right way, man. This movie was everything and more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he got his actors Oscars. Like, what more can you
Killian.
ask for?
Savage, Robert Downey.
savage.
God bless him. We'll see
If
what he
you
does next.
want to hear more about this and how much my brother loves Killian's Ocean Eyes, there's a full episode.
There's two episodes.
2 full episodes.
Two-parter.
But in part 2 is where I really go into
Just
his
gay it out.
I
You
don't
just
gay it out. I gaze into his eyes,
I gaze.
but I'm not gay. Anyway, same day, July 21st, we got Barbie. This movie has a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 88% Rotten Tomato score, 83% audience score. I gave it a 6.5
why
with
do
an
you have
asterisk.
an
I have
asterisk?
questions as well
Because
yes.
I didn't really watch it. Like, I watched it, but I was half of the time like not paying attention or just hating
That's
it.
just rude, dude.
You were sitting in the living room when all the kids were watching it.
Exactly. So I didn't I didn't watch it. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of activity. A lot of people were talking. I was talking shit about it the entire time.
Wait, you didn't go to the theater and watch it?
No, I
Why
didn't.
wouldn't you?
I don't know. I have a pair of testicles. That's why.
A lot of men went to watch
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, well, luckily, my girlfriend didn't force me to go see it, so I lucked out. I wasn't gonna go. If your lady hadn't made you go see this movie, you wouldn't have just gone to go see Barbie.
Probably not. No.
Exactly.
But
All the fucking men that got dragged to this is for you, brothers. I didn't have to do it.
no, but it was.
I don't feel like I dragged
No, I
Miles.
wasn't dragged either. You know, I'm
You
like,
dragged him.
I didn't drag him.
I'm like, dude.
I said I want to watch Barbie. Like, should I go watch it with the girls or do you want to come? And he's like, I'll go with you.
You dragged
I'm
him.
gonna watch. I'm gonna watch Homegirl look fucking fine as fuck.
Exactly.
I'll throw on the Wolf of Wall Street if I want to see that.
Oh,
very
my
true.
God.
But we're talking about a bunch of outfits, you know, a bunch of stuff like that. You're gonna get some Gosling in there. You get
Oh,
Michael
Gosling's
Cera
great
as a
in
nice
it.
treat
Yeah.
in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on.
It's good, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Did you guys give your rating?
I gave it a 7.5.
I gave it a 9.
They'll love this.
I loved it. No, it's like a little girl thing. Like when you like actually play with Barbies and then you're watching this movie, it's the nostalgia, right? Like it's just, you see all the dolls you played with and the little costumes and the dream house and the car. And it's not just about like the plot of the movie. It's just like, that was your childhood.
For sure. This movie was not made for me, you know, so I'm obviously not gonna fucking like it anywhere near.
You're not Ken. Like I feel like a lot of men.
Are you not Kenuff?
Are you not Kenuff?
No, I'm not. This movie was directed by Greta Gerwig. It had a $100 million budget, made 636
Wow.
U.S. and Canada,
Wow.
and 1.4 billion.
That's
Jesus.
crazy.
Like I said, all those soldiers that went down the battlefield, because all of this money, half of this money is because, maybe a third of this money is because girls dragged their man to go see it. I mean, a bunch of, and then
the other 2/3?
because girls would just go watch it. When I was going to the movie theater around this time, you would just see groups of people wearing pink, a bunch of women together, like just watching. They all were all there to watch Barbie for like a month. It was like a month where you just saw people wearing pink everywhere.
Good.
At work, you know, one of these corporate fucks, he comes in and he's a very stylish man. And he comes in with like a salmon pink button up shirt. And I was like, what, did you just get back from the Barbie? He did not like that. I thought he would have had a sense of humor.
Right.
Maybe
He just stared at me. And I was
Or
like,
you were
I was like,
genuinely
seriously?
asking.
Or
right?
he actually had just returned
Yeah,
from the
and you
Barbie.
really hurt.
And
Yeah, you hurt him.
You,
He's like, yeah, I had to sit through that fucking bullshit.
you humiliated
Yeah,
him.
you're like, hey, guy, I have a movie podcast, bro. I'm genuinely asking you.
Trying to figure this out.
Yeah. Fuck
the
it.
math ain't mathing is
Yeah,
what
the numbers aren't adding up here.
Electromath.
The numbers aren't adding up here. Cobweb was also released on July 21st. It got a 6 out of 10 on IMDb, 59% Rotten Tomato score, 71% audience score. I don't understand these numbers.
I know.
I gave it an 8.8. I fucking really like this movie.
I give it an 8.7.
8-9.
Yeah.
This movie did
It
not.
was creepy.
It was, yeah.
This movie was creepy. I was scared. How you know a movie is scary? And I watched this at home because it was released the same day that the two biggest movies in the world were released, and had a very small theatrical window because everything was playing. There was like 20 showings of Barbie every day, and Oppenheimer too, you know? So like everything was just taken by these movies. So it was in the movie theater for like a week or something, and then you could buy it or rent it. And Lalo's, I don't know why, I don't know how he heard. I had heard of it, but I was not gonna watch it. And I had heard it was a good movie, but I don't know if he heard about it or what. But he really wanted to watch it, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's buy it and throw it on." And fuck, I really like this movie. It's scary. And the good tell of a scary movie, like I was saying, is we turned that TV off to go to sleep, and I was like, man, like I have to try to sleep in the dark room where I have walls that maybe there's something
Some
in there.
noises, yeah.
Scary shit. I really like this movie because it feels like a throwback to like The People Under the Stairs or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
where it's just evil adults and two evil parents and a poor fucking kid that's just like, my parents are evil and there is something else evil in this house and they are lying to me about it.
Right.
That's what also just, I think it makes it more terrifying because it's like, what would be scarier than your own parents just wanting to fuck you up?
Bro.
And then,
Some dark shit.
yeah, the actor who plays the dad in this movie, he's from The Boys. He plays Homelander.
Mm.
He is just really good at playing an evil piece of shit. There's just some looks that he's giving this kid during this movie that there is just so much hate.
You're just like, dude, are you a father? Like, I'm just concerned.
I'm scared for the child.
And then you like see like if I don't know if you've ever seen like I saw some interviews with him where he's just like a normal, regular, nice guy. I'm like, fuck, you're a good actor.
No,
bro.
but he says that people like hate him like on the street, and I'm like, well, I feel like I hate you.
Fuck. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
he's like, I'm not Homelander, man.
The perfect Nazi.
And even like as Homelander, he has a son, and he's not very nice to him, especially in this last season.
Are you finally watching The Boys?
No.
Dude, watch it.
It's so fucking good. But yeah, this movie's fucking scary, and it just feels like, I mean, it's just over the top enough because there's just something in the walls in this movie, just talking to this little kid, you know, and you think it's a ghost or whatever, and then it comes out that it's his sister.
Mm-hmm. I didn't like that part.
What?
No, the whole sister part.
You didn't like that they were
No,
related?
I was more into like, let the parents do some fucking.
Yeah.
Also, because a lot of Sword and Scale, there's some heinous fucking parents, bro, who
Dude.
murder their children in
Torture,
very
just-
fucked up
yeah.
ways. And I feel like that's also like, I think that was a cop out in the movie to make it like really, the spider fucking kid type shit, where just torturing a child and putting them underground is torture enough.
Yeah.
You could have just gone that way, but I don't know. That's the miss I think they could have capitalized on.
Right. But yeah, I mean,
the blackout scene though, where she's running into the bed and the lights turn off.
oh, that's terrifying.
Instant chills. I was just like, oh
no.
fuck, that did that.
Lizzie Kaplan.
She's a good evil one.
Yeah.
The eyes, she had like glowing
Yeah,
eyes,
yeah,
and
yeah.
she's just standing there. It's so terrifying. Like your mom, she's supposed to be the one person in the world that is gonna protect you, and for her to be evil and just run at you really quick.
Scary.
It's like Hereditary a little bit.
A little bit.
Oh my god, when the mom's just like fucking them up.
Yeah, Cobweb's fucking awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, watch it. It's a good movie. July 28th is the next film where you're talking Talk to Me. 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb, 95% Rotten Tomatoes, 82% audience score. I gave this movie an 8.9.
I gave it a 9.5.
Give it a 9.
Damn. This movie had a $4.5 million budget. It made 48 million US and Canada and 92 million worldwide. It was a bit of a hit. And I mean, I fucking loved this movie. It, like Cobweb, this movie fucked me up, bro. Like this is an evil movie. Cobweb, I can distance myself from it more because it's kind of like a fairy tale or something.
Yeah.
Talk to Me just seems more real.
Right.
Like in Cobweb, the parents are like over the top evil. Like this is just like a fucking horror movie, Talk to Me just feels like so real to me, and that's terrifying.
Yeah, same here. It was more like the drug use of what they're experiencing, right? It's like that could happen to anyone. Someone can have a bad trip. Man, the other day my new drummer, we were supposed to have rehearsal, and he sent us a message. He's like, "Hey man, I just did a fuck ton of mushrooms. I'm not gonna be able to go to practice." And I'm like, you know what? In my head, I'm thinking you should learn to handle your substances first of all. Not to say that hey, you go to work, but it's like, hey, I've performed and done mushrooms plenty to know that it's tolerable. But that was his first time.
And you'll probably have an amazing time.
You'll have a great time, but you'll learn to deal with that as these kids are learning to kind of manipulate this demon shit. But it's the first time, right? That's like the holy fuck moment. And that's what made this movie like the standout. At least for me too.
Yeah.
Because again, Cobweb lost me at the end with the final.
creepy
I'm just like,
kid.
you don't need that. You don't need that crazy. Like you said, it's like fairy tale shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then what? You didn't like seeing this thing decapitate children?
I mean, sure.
That's your fucking MO.
Yeah.
You like it when little kids.
Decapitating children.
He likes watching children die in film.
If you put it in a film, you're ballsy as fuck.
But let's talk about Talk to Me. I mean, it was.
Well, let's talk about it. Talk to me.
I mean, the
Talk to me,
creepy
then.
hand already was weird, but just like where it takes you, and just that these kids are like so into that feeling of seeing these dead people or demons or whatever the fuck. You know, but it's a tale as old as time. You're playing with fucking dead people.
You're telling me
it's not gonna end well for you.
if you
buddy.
can see dead people for a couple minutes, you're not gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Fuck no.
No?
No way, sir.
It seems controlled
I
enough.
would say, like, if I knew that hand was 2 doors down, I would fucking be like, I'm leaving.
I'm going the other way.
Yeah.
3 doors.
Three.
down.
Oh,
I mean, there's just some.
if I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? That's all I want to know.
Right?
Will you still be there holding
We
my
all
hand?
want to know. Our past president wanted to know.
My kryptonite. I'm gonna play that song on the way home. I don't care.
Yeah, the scenes are crazy. That when that kid is just like bashing his head into.
That
He
was cool.
Trying to pull his eye out of his.
Oh,
that was-
no.
Yeah, that was good.
Also, what elevates this movie to me more is just like the metaphor of like abuse of substances, whether it's alcohol, drugs, whatever, and like the deep spiral you could go on when you abuse substances trying to fill a hole.
void,
A hole in your heart. In this case, the main character's mom commits suicide and she's just completely lost. And yeah, these fucking Philippou guys that directed this movie, fucking geniuses that they were able to like, you know, do a great metaphor of just like, yeah, like somebody that is going through something traumatic and is, you know, they chose possession instead of drugs or whatever, but it's great. And it hits you more because you feel bad for this character, but she's doing really stupid and mean things. And it's just a perfect analogy for what people act like when they're alcoholics or drug addicts, where they're hurting the people that they love with their addiction.
Or lost someone. You know, that'll fuck someone's mind up too, you know?
Yeah.
Push people away and fucking not give a fuck.
Fantastic film. A very smart film. I loved it. Next on the list, we're going to August 2nd. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb. 95% Rotten Tomatoes score. 90% audience score. I gave it a 9.5.
I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 9.
This movie had a $70 million budget. It made 118 US and Canada and 180 worldwide. I love this movie. I fucking love Ninja
It
Turtles.
was good, dude.
The movie looks fantastic. It's one of the like coolest looking fucking shit ever. Like it's great. It looks like not only like a comic book or something, but also like a little kid drawing or like. There at the end of the movie, they show a bunch of drawings of that little kids made of Ninja Turtles, and then you know how many Ninja Turtles I drew in my fucking
And
day.
they looked like that.
Exactly.
It's cute. It was cute, dude. It was everything.
That's my drawing.
I think it was everything.
I'm suing.
My brother wanted it to be and more.
You're gonna hear from my
There
lawyer.
was never like the expectation that a Ninja Turtles movie would be this goddamn good. Like I fucking loved it. It was like
And they made them like actual like kids.
They're
like
kids.
it's just next level good.
they're fucking great, and
And
again,
they're funny.
And again, fucking Jackie Chan.
Jackie
was
Chan,
born, so
dude.
Give him the
Oh my
Oscar.
God.
Give him the Oscar. He should
Hey.
be nominated.
Hey, we need to do some Jackie Chan movies up in here, dude. First Strike, maybe Super Cop. I'm
Well,
thinking.
we're gonna do anything. You know, we're doing Rumble in the
Hour.
Bronx.
Oh,
Of
I was
course
gonna say
we
Rush Hour
are.
too.
And Rush, all the
Of
Rush hours.
course.
That's a guarantee.
Well, Rumble in the Bronx is where it all started for us, isn't it? Or had you watched Jackie Chan before
Yeah,
that?
I've seen Super Cop. I saw him fight Jet as well, and Drunken Master. That one's a good one.
I feel like we watched all that shit after fucking Rumble in
I
the
had to watch Drunken Master because my dad rented
Exactly.
it.
Did we not just talk about his
He
dad?
didn't own it. He owned Rumble in the Bronx. We watched that one like a lot, but he
Yeah.
owned that one. But he rented a Drunken Master before him.
Yeah, well, like I feel like Rumble in the Bronx is what made Jackie Chan like super
blew him up.
mainstream
Yeah,
in
yeah.
America, where he was already like a legend in China,
Yeah, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. That's China, right?
Yes.
Is it Japanese?
No, no, dude. They'll
Okay.
fucking kill us, dude.
The fucking
Don't fuck with the Chinese.
I'll edit it out. I'll edit it out.
Respect Chan. Okay.
Yeah, but Rumble in the Bronx is how he really blew up over here, and yeah, we watched Rumble in the Bronx a
lot.
shitload.
There's some good stuff in that.
But nothing beats him as a Splinter.
He just
Fucking
throws the
great.
garnish in there. You know, it's like I'll just.
He's so funny
Yeah.
in that movie.
Well, he is
dude.
funny. He's funny.
He's a funny
Fantastic.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
Yeah,
It's great.
I own it. I've seen it.
He will continue.
Wait,
to
so
do
did
it.
you watch all the other Ninja Turtle movies too?
Of course, I've seen all the
yeah?
other Ninja Turtles.
And you like those too?
I mean,
Some.
obviously the first two.
You watched those two though?
I mean, I don't think I watched the third one because it just seemed too medieval for me. I was like, I can't.
They
do it.
were samurais. They go back in time, of course. And
Of course. But 1 and 2, I can probably quote them completely from beginning to end.
yeah, part 3. Yeah, they go back in time. I mean, as a kid, it was like fine. Obviously, it's probably not very good, but and then after that, I feel like there wasn't a proper Ninja Turtles movie until there was also like a CG movie that came out.
That's what I mean. You saw that one?
I went to the movie theater to see
Wow.
it, dude.
I know.
I'm
I'm
a
just-
turtle man for life.
I'm just.
Turtle power, dude.
That came out like in 2007 maybe. I remember forcing my buddy fucking Caesar to go watch it, and he did not want to. And I was just
No.
like, dude, like I have to go watch this. Like they're non-negotiable. I remember when we were even buying the tickets because we went early. We went like at 11 in the morning or something, and he was fighting me the whole way. But till when we were buying the movie tickets, he told there was a girl selling the tickets. He was just like, "Is there any grown men that are buying tickets to this movie?" And she was like,
for their kids.
Like other than you.
He was like no, or whatever. And he's like, "See, dude, like this is embarrassing." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever. 2 for Ninja Turtles, please."
Right.
And that's why he's your best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still went.
You owe him for that one, dude. Caesar, listen to this episode.
And even
Caesar, you're an
Yeah,
angel.
cash in on this one, buddy.
And even the 2 Michael Bay produced ones that came out a few years ago, I mean, even though they're not great or anything, I still, whatever, for my love for the Turtles, I still find something in them that like I liked, you know? Still like them.
Okay.
Turtle Power, like you said. Next on the list, The Last Voyage of the Demeter came out on August 11th. 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb. 49% Rotten Tomatoes, 75% audience score. I don't know what the hell is wrong with those critics. I gave it an 8.5.
I give it a 7. Yeah, 7.5.
7.9.
This movie had a $45 million budget. It made $13 million US and Canada,
Ouch.
21
Yeah, that's a
million
hit.
worldwide. Sucks.
Wow.
Come on, assholes. Why didn't you go support this movie? I feel like a lot of people discovered this movie on
A little too late.
on VOD
Yeah.
and shit.
Also, it's not sexy. You
It's
need
not.
you
It's not.
need you need a
Yeah.
sexy vamp. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
There's a attractive girl in it.
I'm sure.
I thought it was a little sexy.
I found some sexiness in there. I just feel like you need that from a vamp movie. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Yeah.
a little, like a cleavage and a
Yeah.
hot chick.
I mean, this
or a
is-
very handsome fucking Dracula type
Yeah.
shit. You need some Nick
This
Cage
is-
shit. You
this
know what I
is
mean?
A very different kind of
Who was
Dracula.
the most handsome Dracula ever?
Nick Cage?
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
Yeah, he
no,
looked great.
I don't know.
Say the right
good.
thing, dude.
Dracula?
Yes.
Leslie Nielsen?
Very handsome. Very
No,
handsome.
dude.
Oh, Gerard Butler.
Fuck yes.
Dracula 2000, of course.
Dracula 2000. Dude.
We might do that
I need
one
to
for
rewatch.
Halloween.
Rewatch.
He is so fucking handsome in that shit.
Dracula 2000.
God damn.
We're going in. Halloween, hey, we're
Dracula
a couple
2000,
weeks
please.
away.
2000.
I'm begging you.
A little spoiler for Dracula 2000. He's Judas. That's the twist.
It's good, dude.
So is that a chick flick, or is that part of the
I
extravaganza?
think,
No.
Kind
dude,
of, no?
I think the chick was into him, right?
All the every woman that he kills in it is because she was like, damn, he's hot. Like,
and that's
I'll
what's
get
missing
close.
here. See what I'm saying?
There was no wet.
That's what we needed.
pussies.
We needed
There was wet pussy in it. They found a girl in the ocean. Her pussy was drenched.
guaranteed.
Well, she was in water.
Well, don't talk to me about wet pussies. I will pull. Technicality, there was wet pussy in this movie.
Checks out.
He's absolutely right. This is a different kind of fucking Dracula movie. This is alien vampire. This is, you're stuck on the Nostromo with the xenomorph, but
Right.
it's fucking Dracula and they're stuck in a ship and he's taking them out one by one.
That's a
Right,
feast.
right.
That's a buffet, dude.
Yeah.
I really like this movie. I liked it apparently a lot more than the fucking critics. They gave it a 49%. These sons of bitches. But I loved it. I thought it was like pretty fucked up the way Dracula was just dispatching all these people. You get a great child death in this film when you're like watching this kid about to die and you're like, no, like, come on. And they're like trying to save him and you're like, save him. Nope. Kid dies.
That's
and
it.
not only does he die, he turns into a vampire and then bursts
Burns.
into flames
Yeah.
in front of his grandpa.
Two. That's a double for
In front of
one.
his grandpa who just 2 for 1. I know.
It's a 2 for 1.
We're gonna double up on this child
Right,
death.
kill him twice.
What a great.
Yeah, that's what
movie.
saved. That's what gave it that 7.5 for me. You know what I mean? Again, it was missing some of that sexiness, I think.
Yeah. Well, you love child death, so
Yeah, that's why it was up there.
Maybe,
It could have been an 8.5 like yours. If
Yeah.
It was just a little
Yeah.
sexier.
Yeah.
if there were some tits though. Next on the list is Strays, August 18, 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. 53% Rotten Tomatoes score, 69, a sexy 69 on the audience score. I gave this movie a fucking 5.
I gave it a 5 as well.
I
Did you
didn't-
not watch it?
I didn't rate it because I gave up on it after 10 minutes.
Ouch.
Ooh.
I was like, I'm not interested. I'm not going to waste my time. My time is valuable now, dude. Like, I can't.
It's got to
This
be
is
worth it.
I gave it a 5. It's probably not a 5. It's probably more like a 6. But I give it a 5 because of the
MacGruber?
he's fucking in the 2 minutes he's on
That's
screen.
the only reason.
Fucking Will Forte fucking crushes.
Crushed it.
He's a
That's
shit.
the only part I really
Shut
watched.
the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Piece of shit.
Shut the fuck up. It's so fucking hilarious. But this movie should have been it should have been
awesome.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell as the voice of a dog. I don't like Jamie Foxx, but I was in. Like, he was playing a little, what kind of dog is he? He's like a Winnie.
Like a Boston Terrier?
Yeah, he's like a little black Boston Terrier.
A little racial
Hey.
there.
I was just
Was he
the
black?
The
Was he
color
black?
of
Was he?
the dog was black.
It better be. It fucking
Or are
better.
you just calling him black because of Jamie Foxx?
Black Jamie Foxx.
I didn't pop that B like that.
We'll rewind the tape, man. That's how I heard
the
it.
judge, listener.
Uh-huh. That's how I heard that.
But yeah, like, it should have been way funnier than it was, and it had like a couple of I'm serious. I don't think anything that the dogs really did was funny. Only Will Forte made me laugh in this fucking movie, and at the end, I was like, what a waste.
And it hurt. Honestly, it hurt the Will Ferrell box for me because I'm like, come on, Will, what are you doing? You know, trust me, I love me a good vulgar Will Ferrell, but that was not it, man.
Yeah. Well, Will Ferrell had his time, He made fucking
Classic.
so many fucking great movies.
Yeah.
He's older.
Yeah.
You don't watch The Boys, but he cameos as himself in the last season of The Boys, and that's probably the best, funniest thing he's done in a very long
I have to
time.
watch this shit.
Just watch that episode. It's
Okay,
so good.
I'll do that. Okay.
It's so damn good.
All right, moving right along to Gran Turismo.
Fuck
August
yes.
18th, 7.1
Now we're talking.
out of 10 on IMDb, 65% Rotten Tomato score. I do not understand that. But the audience, overwhelming 98%.
Yes.
I give it a 7.3.
I gave it an 8.5, dude.
I mean, I give it a 7.3, but it's like an 8.5 in my heart.
Mhm.
I really liked this movie, even though I only gave it a
So the
7.3.
7.3 is what? Like your
Like,
dick?
For the movie?
Yeah, I
versus
think
your
that
heart?
the movie. I don't think it was that good of a movie, but I still really fucking liked
They
it.
did an excellent job, man.
Like, first of all, a Gran Turismo movie should not exist or be good.
Right.
The
Or have
fact that
Orlando Bloom in it. Just
Yeah, what the
looking
fuck?
great. He looks so good, dude.
Orlando Bloom, and then you get David Harbour in there from Stranger Things. He's great in the
He's
movie.
great.
He's good.
He's great in general.
And I mean, this movie is a true story of a guy that was playing Gran Turismo, that he was just like so good at playing Gran Turismo that he got to actually be a fucking race car driver and actually, had some success in that.
So Lil Gran Turismo, if you don't know,
We used to play though.
it
I
is,
feel
out
like
of
that's
this
why
game.
I know what it is.
yeah. But it's also part of like the whole Barbie thing that you're saying,
Yeah.
right? Because it goes deep. I can't tell you how many times we won Demios in part 1, but the game started because of a race car driver who said, "Hey, I can transfer the physics of driving a car professionally into a video game." So they developed this fucking game, and they made it this thing where by the time this kid was playing, which is, not that long ago, the mechanics are so refined that this kid was able to have a calibrated wheel
Yeah.
and master the track so much as a professional driver would, that he took it and transferred the skill into that. So what the guy's purpose initially in Japan to do that was to create a simulator for these these kids, and it
worked.
actually worked, which is
Wow.
fucking nuts.
Yeah. It's a pretty amazing story, actually, that like this kid in the game mastered these tracks. It's the ultimate fucking video game fucking fantasy.
Yeah.
That, hey, if World War III breaks out, I've played Black Ops. Dude, I think I can handle
I've
this.
used a drone enough to be able to bomb a fucking building.
And
I can do it.
you've played zombies enough to live
Exactly.
during the apocalypse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll find out one day, but
It's coming soon,
Right.
but we'll see how our skills are refined there. But yeah, this movie did that. And again, now today, like let's say you want to go to the south of France and hit a track there, and you're Lil, and you're like, what do I want to drive today? I want to drive a Lamborghini Urus. And you have your setup, and it's mechanically made for it to be as if you're driving the actual fucking car. Way too fucking power distribution, gear changes, all of that shit now works as a functional piece. Is like how far these games have gone, and that's what Gran Turismo was doing. So, dude, I was fucking revved up, literally gonna go watch this movie.
yeah, Gran Turismo, it was fucking 1,000 times better than it should have.
I know.
Like when I saw a trailer to the Gran Turismo movie, I was like, oh my god, like what the fuck are they doing?
Right.
So then when I fucking watched it, I was like, holy crap, like I'm invested in the movie too. Like,
Right.
the movie grabs you, and it's a cool true story.
Yeah.
So go watch Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
guys.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah, you guys loved it. I think it was more of a 10 in your heart, honestly.
Yeah.
It was a 98%, I think,
In my
your
heart.
heart.
Yeah, the audience is really
They're really about it.
yeah. You want to speak on any of these movies that you didn't rate over here, Bono?
Yeah, you guys didn't watch any of these?
No.
I didn't watch
No.
Equalizer 3, that's for sure.
I
Give
just
me
watched-
a quick
I-
rundown.
I just watched Dumb Money.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
only one.
Equalizer 3 was god awful. It takes takes place in Napoli, Italy, which is like, Denzel, get out of there. What are you doing? I believe Dakota Fanning's in that one as well.
Right.
And so it gives you that little fucking
Man on
whatever.
Fire
Yeah, I don't need
reunion.
that. I saw the movie.
I tried watching the first Equalizer, and I think I made it like 20 minutes into it, and I was like, done.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they've made 3.
I don't either. I watched the intro to this and it wasn't, again, it was, I'm sure like the other ones, I haven't seen them. But yeah, the intro scene, he just takes out like a whole winery of people, right? Yeah, he's in Italy doing his thing. Yeah,
disrupts a business.
Yeah, let me just try this cab.
And they're all drunk. It hardly seems fair.
to get him out.
He's not that badass.
What do you equalize?
I ain't believe it one bit.
How dare you?
I ain't believe it. No. So no, I would give that movie like a 5, honestly.
Okay.
What about
Not
the Nun?
Good. The Nun too.
Denzel.
I didn't like that either, to be honest. Not
Valak?
enough Valak.
Not enough.
Not enough. It's all implied shit. It's all the shit you see in the trailer. Not fucking worth it at all. I will speak on this Cassandra movie though.
Okay.
Hey, well, what do you give the Nun?
None. I'd give it a 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you give it. It's better than Equalizer 3.
Yeah, yeah,
The Nun 2 is better than Equalizer
Yeah.
3.
That's what we need to know.
yeah.
Cassandra, lay
Okay,
it down.
Cassandra. I had no idea.
How hard did you get?
Not hard at all. No.
You would have passed the MRI test.
Yeah, I would have been okay. I was like, oh, there's.
Can
a
you guys
demon.
throw Cassandra on?
I want to try something.
I'm a little hard, so I need to watch
I need
Cassandra.
to try something. We'll get to the Bad Bunny scene and we'll see what really happens.
From now on, we are going to say MRI. Would it pass the MRI? Did you get hard?
But homeboy, what the fuck's his name?
Guy.
Guy
Garcia,
Garcia,
him, sorry. He fucking crushes it as this character, as this coked out gay wrestler from Mexico, just doing
Aren't
this.
they just keep telling the same story over and over again in these movies.
And honestly, I had no idea. I mean, I kind of did,
Is it
but
a true story,
I
or-
didn't pay it. Yeah. So the guy, like, whatever, gave his blessing and everything, and they have like the pictures. I had no idea that was a thing in Mexican wrestling at all. Like having obviously you have your heels, you have your people, but then you have your exoticos is what they're called. They're literally called exoticos, which are cross-dressing wrestlers. And so that guy who
Well, we had a little gold dust in WWE.
Yeah.
that's as far as that went, though. You know what I'm saying? After that, who else was on that level? Like
Nobody.
no one. That's a gamble
OG.
that McMahon didn't want to take. You know what I mean? He'll drop a couple of N bombs.
We got lucky to get away with this with gold dust.
I mean, one time he stripped and he was wearing women's
wearing
lingerie.
Well, yeah, I guess that's a crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of cross.
A little something. Cross dress, crossover, cross
crossroad,
south of the border.
Crossroads.
But yeah,
I liked it. It was fun.
You watch Cassandra too?
No, I like Golda.
Fuck no. But gold dust is cool.
Fucking love that.
but yeah, I'd probably give this movie like a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, again, it's not a bad movie. The movie's really well done, but again, it's seeing this dude be. It's weird because in like his regular person, he's not flamboyant, but in the ring, he's completely different, coked out, super over the top, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, this dude was just.
Jesus,
Are
titty
you
fucking
bored?
Christ.
Are you
I'm fucking
yawn?
sleepy. Yeah, right. We got up very early for this
Yeah.
record.
So yeah, 7 on that one.
Okay.
Dumb money.
Next we have Dumb Money. I did not watch this.
You didn't watch that?
No.
Why?
Because of the name of the movie. Dumb Money. I'm good. I need smart money. Okay.
Dude, smart,
I
man.
follow the smart money, not the dumb money.
You don't follow anybody.
I follow my dreams.
Okay.
Of spending my money and watching
Smartly
movies.
on movies.
It's an
Toys.
investment.
Yeah, okay.
I like this movie.
I did too. I gave it a 7.
Yeah, I'm at a 7 with that one too.
It's a true story too about what is this?
It's about crypto.
Crypto and GameStop and
So this is a
Doge.
movie about something that happened like not that long
yeah, in
ago.
the middle of COVID, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bro, I remember coming in here and telling Lil Lil, we need to put 3,500 on this like now. We're like,
Yeah.
no, let's wait. And then we did a little bit on the side there with Doge. But bro, if we would have caught that, we would be doing a podcast on top of a mountain. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
totally.
We would have caught that wave, man, dude. We would have been out of here.
Very well. Dumb Money. It has Paul Dano in it, right? And who else is in that shit?
America Ferrara.
Oh yeah, she's in
She's
that.
in it. I can't think who else is in.
No,
There's a
probably
lot
those-
of good. There's the Shailene. What's that chick's name? She plays his wife.
Shailene
Shailene.
Woodley?
Yeah, Shailene Woodley.
Sir
Yeah,
Wooderson? I don't know.
Woodley. She's in it. There's some names in there. I can't remember them right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Next on the list is No One Will Save You.
Oh yeah.
It was that alien movie.
Alien.
I finally watched it.
Okay, what'd you think?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it at all?
I mean, I think I liked what the movie was going for. I respect what the movie attempted to do, and I was into it for like 30 minutes, and then I kind of fell out of it. I did sit through the whole thing, and I respect the attempt, but overall, it did not work for me. I would give it like a 6.
Yeah. Yeah, like 7. 7 for me. I did like the no dialogue shit. I did like most
Yeah,
of that.
that's the interesting thing is it's a movie about a alien invasion, and it's like about a woman who's like a recluse. She just lives in this house by herself and does not interact with anybody because there's something to it, right? Like she did something heinous that all of her family and neighbors hate her for.
Right,
I
right.
can't remember what
Me
it
either.
was, but she does this whole movie without speaking at all, which I respect the attempt to make a movie where your main character does not speak, but it didn't work for me.
Mm.
But it was interesting.
You didn't watch it though?
No.
Okay.
And then the ending, I was like, okay,
Yeah, the ending didn't really do
okay.
much.
By the time I got to the end, I was like, fuck you, movie. Next, we got Saw X on September 29th. 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb, 80% Rotten Tomato score, 89% audience score. I give it an 8.2.
I gave it an 8.
8.7.
Generous.
Generous Lil
The
Lil.
generous one.
That was generous. $13 million budget, made 53 US and Canada and 111 worldwide. Not bad.
I was like with the audience, right? I wasn't too generous.
Yes, the audience loved this
They
movie.
liked it. They liked
it was
it.
the best. It's probably the best Saw movie.
I think so.
I mean, you gotta give it to
The OG,
Yeah.
obviously.
But I mean, if you watch that, there's some great things in it, but it doesn't quite hold up.
Right.
This is probably the best executed
Yep.
Saw film,
Yeah.
and it actually makes you root for Jigsaw.
Yes.
It puts usually like whatever you're on the side of the people that are trying to get out of the traps.
That they're trying to live.
In this movie, it was pretty ingenious that they like somebody fucking conned.
They conned the
fucking-
old man.
They
Somebody
conned
conned
him.
Conned the
Jigsaw
old man.
himself.
It's the American way.
They tricked him into thinking they cured his cancer, and they like made him spend I don't know all of his money, and then he figures out that they were just giving him like fucking Robitussin or some shit.
And
then
talk
so-
about the placebo effect, right? Like you actually convince yourself in your mind that you're healed,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I feel better."
feel amazing.
You know?
There's a weight lifted from his shoulders.
Yeah.
And well, like that's what the kind of like the genius thing about this movie, that even though we know that he's gonna still have cancer and go on to murder hundreds of people,
Right.
that there's a part of the movie when they're like fixing him where you're kind of like, yeah, like he's safe. Yeah.
Survive, dog.
Survive.
Yeah. You're gonna be a better person.
Yeah.
No. he's
Nope.
not.
Nope. Nope.
And-
Because we already know what the fuck he did. You know what I'm saying?
And this movie,
Bastard.
I watched it in the movie theater. There's a part where this chick cuts her foot off with a wire that
Like her,
Her thigh,
leg,
dude.
dude.
that made me squirm in my fucking seat. Like that hurt me,
Yeah.
because it was taking her a while to get through her
that would
leg.
hurt, bro.
And it was so there's no CG in this movie. It's all practical effects, and it looked fucking great. I'm telling you, me and Lalo were like, in the movie. My girlfriend, I think, might kill me one day. She has no emotion.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
Yeah.
she was emotionless and even like laughed at mine and Lalo's like at watching us like squirm during the movie.
If you want to see what Gordy's future will look like, watch
Saw It.
no, watch a scary movie, and you're just like, bro, don't upset her. Like, just don't. Like, she loves it.
Oh.
She doesn't squirm.
No, not at all.
Dude, have her
She's like
listen
the
to
toughest
Sword
bitch
and Scale,
ever.
dude. Listen to one of those episodes and see if she reacts to that, because some of that shit's really horrific.
What has she ever reacted to?
Nothing, I don't think.
Shout out to Brent Dizzle. You're tough as nails, girl. I don't get it. I don't get how you don't feel. I'm always like, She's just like,
And then there was when we went to go see it, there was like some teenagers that were sitting in front of us, and they, like, me and Lalo were kind of like, ugh. The teenagers in front of us were like freaking out, bro. They were like, like,
yeah,
it's like
normal
nice.
reaction.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah, so she was just getting a kick out of seeing people fucking like squirm in their seats.
Wow.
Saw X, it was awesome. There's the thigh removal.
The gut one, it was cool.
Oh, using an intestine as like rope.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's a lot. You have a lot. If you ever need, hey, that's a good note to have.
Yeah, exactly. Now that might have saved some lives.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saw X. And then the brain surgery, that shit fucking hurt me too, dude. I was like, oh my God, he's like taking parts of his brain out and stuff.
Gotta be awake though. You have to be
very
awake.
Hannibal.
Yeah.
Very Hannibal.
Very sexy. Anyways,
Watch it. It's great.
it's a great movie. I also own that on 4K Steelbook. Real nice. Next on the list is Totally Killer. Came out on October 6th. Got a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb. 87% Rotten Tomatoes. 77% audience score. I gave it a 7.
The fuck is Totally Killer?
Yeah, what is
Did
it?
I not? I made you watch this movie. You didn't rate it. It's the Back to the Future / Scream movie where she goes back.
Oh yeah.
That was like a fun. It's essentially Back to the Future. It's about this girl that goes back in time because of a serial killer, and so it's about an old serial killer that was killing a bunch of kids in high school in the 80s, and then he starts killing again in present day, and then somehow this girl goes back in time, and then when the killer was killing all these people in high school, and she accidentally gets in the way of her parents' meeting. So it's the exact same plot of Back to the Future, where she kind of has to make sure that her parents get together, and that also that they don't get killed by this serial killer, because now things are different because she's in the fucking picture.
Right.
Like if somebody was just like, can we just make Back to the Future and Scream and make it the same movie? And it's silly. It's like a really silly, it's like basically like a comedy / horror movie. It's a really fun time. Like I would recommend this. It was a good old time.
Totally Killer.
It's on Amazon. It's an Amazon movie.
I think a 7 is accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like, oh fuck, that was like amazing or anything, but like a good little slasher that you're gonna have a good time with. That has a wacky fucking plot. Very good. Let's talk about another film, Bono, a horror film released on the same day, October 6th. This has a 4.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yep.
A 22% Rotten Tomato score, 59% audience score. I gave this movie a 4.8. I was with IMDb on this one.
I give it that 666, my boy.
6.66.
Yep.
And Lil, you gave it a 6?
I did.
This movie was made for $30 million, made $65 million US and Canada, 136 worldwide, And it has officially, he was supposed to make 3 of these, David Gordon Green, that went ahead and ruined Halloween for us. And he was getting ready to ruin The Exorcist for us. But then Universal, was it Universal? Who owns this now? I don't know if it's Universal. But the new studio that bought the rights
I
to
believe it's Universal.
put the kibosh on that. He said, "Not again, David Gordon Green."
Ouch.
And they handed it over to Mike Flanagan, who will probably make a fucking excellent
Yes. Why
Exorcist
isn't
movie.
he making
Why didn't
all
they
that,
do that in the
like,
first place?
Oh my God, are you crazy?
And I think they did this for Bono, who fucking loved this movie.
I love the movie. I just
You defended
I
the
enjoy it.
shit
'cause-
out
Well,
it was-
it does go back to kind of roots, right? So that's it goes back to nostalgia.
Hella roots.
It goes back to shitty fucking horror films. If it was trying to give an homage to that, then it did a great fucking job.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not like The Believer. I thought it was pretty fucking stupid.
Well,
I did not believe.
We talked about it.
We
you know,
did.
it's
Fuck
okay.
this
Let's
movie.
go. Let's go.
I could skip this next one. Let's go with Killers of the Flower Moon. Came out on October 20th. 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb. 93% Rotten Tomatoes and 84% audience score. I gave it a 9.5.
I give it a 9.8.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
No notes.
This movie had a $200 million budget. It made 68 million US and Canada and 157 worldwide. Martin Scorsese's latest film. Yeah, this is like a masterpiece, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
Did you guys watch it in the movie theater?
Yes.
I watched it at home.
I watched it in the movie theater. I already gave my story on the awful movie experience I gave myself during this movie. But it was a fucked up movie.
Dude, very fucked up. Are you kidding me? This shit's terrible.
A little cherry on top, fucking Jackie White just fucking shows up at the end of this movie. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is happening?
Just throw them in there.
I think it took Miles a minute. I was like, bitch, are you not?
Hello. Pause.
This movie's fucked up about Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro just poisoning a bunch of Native Americans. And it is a bummer of a fucking movie.
It's a story that needs to be told about just the luck that, Native American people have had. It's horrible.
With
and
the
that's
white
just
man.
That's just one story. You know?
Robert De Niro fucking crushed it.
Dude,
in this movie.
crushed it.
He was so fucking evil.
It took Scorsese to bring his ass back.
Yeah.
Real despicable fuck, man.
He's fucking fantastic.
And respected at the same time. It's like, bro, you're good.
You're good.
You're gonna keep doing this. You're set.
Yeah. I mean, everybody was talking about how Lily Gladstone was the
She
standout.
fucking
And she
crushed.
is. She's really good, but she's not in the movie like as much.
No.
She's in it like sporadically.
And even Leo, like it's a Leo for
He's
sure.
good. But we've seen him do this before. He's done it several times. So obviously he's good, but he wasn't like amazing in it. So to me, I'm telling you, the standout of this movie to me, when I was watching it, was Robert De Niro. I was like, fuck, dude, this dude's fucking crushing it. I thought when I saw it, I was like, this motherfucker might give Robert Downey Jr. a run for his fucking money. Like, I would not be mad if
Roberts.
if Robert De Niro
Go head to head.
Yeah. A Tale of Two Roberts.
Yeah.
Fantastic film. And I fucking hate Apple because I can't own this movie. I can't buy a physical 4K copy
You
of this.
need to stop being a bitch
Dude,
about
Lil,
Apple,
fucking
dude.
talk to them, man. already.
Wait till you
No.
listen to our fucking trap episode if you want to hear what I think about Apple. I went like on a 20-minute rant.
Dude,
You know
it
what?
makes
You do this on purpose. Like, you don't let me come into the chamois
I'm
episodes.
gonna stop you right there.
You know I will hand you your ass.
That's what I was.
Oh, nah.
Lil, I needed you here for that. You know what I mean?
Anyways, I'm talking about, look, watching this movie in the movie theater, the movie's gorgeous. The movie looks fantastic. watching it in streaming, you're not going to get the best quality that this movie looks. And Apple is holding it hostage. Put out a physical copy of this movie so I could fucking buy it and enjoy it in its best fucking quality. Apple is preventing that. That's fucking horrible.
For a little while more.
For a little while.
They'll release it.
This movie fucking came out almost a year ago.
And it's still in the top 5 in Apple TV. I just checked the other day.
Yeah, because
they're still watching. People are still
there's
watching.
so many good Apple
Bro,
shows.
Gyllenhaal,
baby.
Jesus.
I already spent 20 minutes of another episode talking about it. Let's not get
We'll
into
talk about this offline,
episode.
but you're being a bitch.
I've been a bitch. Anyways, next on the list is Five Nights at Freddy's. Came out October 27th.
Meh.
5.5 out of
Who cares?
10. 32%.
32, huh?
87% audience score. I gave it a 6.8. I actually liked this movie.
I didn't
It
even
was
watch
a
it.
6.9 just because, I mean, it was entertaining.
I have no connection or anything to the Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never played the games. I understand. I know the plot of it. I didn't come into this movie expecting much.
good.
Right.
And I actually had a really good time with it. It was pretty good. I liked it. And a lot of people gave this a lot of flack saying how bad it was. But, I mean, it's about fucking bunch of ghost children that got murdered. Like, Bono, this is right up your alley.
I like at a Chuck E. Cheese.
It's also video game movies too. You know, Gran Turismo did it right. I didn't think this was gonna execute properly.
Well, like I said, I have never played the video game, so this was just a movie to me. I had no attachment to Five Nights at Freddy whatsoever. Like, I had no expectations, nothing. As a movie itself, separating it from the video games, I thought it was pretty fucking solid. Next on the list is Priscilla. 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb, 84% Rotten Tomatoes, 63% audience score. I gave it a 7.
7.5.
I didn't watch this.
This was a movie directed by Sofia Coppola, feminist favorite director.
Yep. She's good.
This movie was okay.
She did a good job.
The movie was pretty good. By the end, I was kind of like over the movie. By the time it ended, I was like, whatever. And it does paint Elvis in a pretty negative light, which I have no issue with. But I don't know. The movie, I didn't think it was really that fucking great. I'm with the audience on this one. The critics gave it 84%. The audience gave it a 63%. I'm more on that side of
because they just had fucking Elvis movie come out and
Right,
probably
right.
expected some more of that, but it wasn't about that.
No, it's not about that
It's
at
about
all.
Priscilla's experience being married to Elvis, and I think it was pretty accurate.
I mean, what the fuck do you know about how accurate
Because
it was?
I've watched a lot of documentaries about Elvis and Priscilla, and he was a fucking dick to her, dude.
Yeah, but honestly, I like this actor as Elvis better than Austin Butler.
Oh,
in
what
Elvis.
a gorgeous man.
I thought
He comes out in Euphoria. He's like the bad guy in Euphoria.
he was great. He did a great fucking Elvis.
The dad?
Not the dad, the son. Nate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's Elvis.
Okay.
He's good, dude.
Okay.
I'll watch it.
Now I gotta watch this. Okay.
Okay.
The Holdovers.
The Holdovers, 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb, 97% Rotten Tomatoes, 92% audience score. I gave it a no-cho.
I didn't watch this.
Ocho, straight Ochos.
Paul Giamatti is
He
just,
can do no wrong.
just one of the great actors. Yeah, and I fucking love Paulie Giamatti. I said Paulie. I'm sorry. Paul.
You're
Paul
close
Giamatti.
to him. You're
You guys
personal.
are cool.
Yeah. I really like this movie. It was like, to me, felt a lot like, it reminded me of Catcher in the Rye. Like, from reading Catcher in the Rye, like when I read it in like my early 20s or whatever, just thinking about putting myself in the position of this like young kid at a boarding school, kind of with like his parents in the distance
Yep.
and feeling alone and stuff.
Mhm.
So I think that's what really I liked this movie a lot because it reminded me a lot of that book,
That
honestly.
he never returned to me.
Nope. I bought you a brand new
That's
copy.
not the point of it.
Wow, comes out
I
here.
looked, first of all, Catcher in the Rye has been published in the exact same paperback since I
The
don't
beginning
know
of time.
when. So I gave her an exact replica, brand new, of the one that she let me borrow. And that I let a woman borrow, and then she never returned.
Oh.
Sorry.
Not the same, little sis.
Not the same. Anyway, let's move on. Good movie. Excellent acting.
Paul Giamatti did not take the Oscar from Killian.
He
Thank
did
goodness.
not, but he was a little worried because he loves Polly.
I was worried. I was
He
worried.
loves Polly, but I told him, I said, dude, it's not gonna happen.
I was like, hey, yo, Paulie, you know, don't take the Oscar for... hey, Paul, come on.
Killian was next level, so it wasn't gonna happen. But the woman in the movie wins the Oscar for best supporting,
I
I thought she was like okay.
I don't want to talk shit. But yeah, I don't think that was an Oscar-worthy performance.
Who's the woman?
I don't know her name.
No, dude.
Oh,
She's
just some fucking-
I mean, I don't think I've ever
recognize
seen her in
Wow.
anything.
And
So
like-
good for her.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm not saying she did bad. Like, she was good in it. She has a couple of scenes where she breaks down crying, where you do feel
You
for
feel
her.
it for her because she lost her son.
Whoa.
But
But I did not think it was like an
Oscar-worthy,
Oscar-winning fucking
yeah.
performance. But I guess I'm wrong. I mean, but
anyway, moving on.
next on the list is The Killer. 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb. 85%.
Mr. Fincher.
85% Rotten Tomatoes. 61% audience score. A little rough.
They did not like this.
I gave it a 9.1. I loved it.
I give it an 8.
I give it a 7.1. I had to watch it in 3 sittings, you guys.
Well, that's the trouble with Netflix, you know? And again, well, don't make me get into the fucking streaming rants. If you had gone to see this in the movie theater, you would have had no choice but to sit there and fucking watch the film.
That's true.
But, you know, you have fucking Instagram right there, whatever you kids are up to these
Get off
days.
my lawn, is what Gordy's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll watch anything with Michael Fassbender.
He's
Fuck yeah.
fucking
A
fantastic.
flexible.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Fantastic
my
in
boy
this
was
film.
hitting those
We were,
fucking...
we were talking
Man.
about in our trap episode, bad guys you're rooting for. This is one of those performances that I
Was he the bad guy?
he wasn't the bad guy, but he was a fucking
Killer?
killer.
All
Not a
right,
bad guy.
And
whatever.
he had like that kind of performance I was talking to you about, where was a bit of a psycho, you know. So it's one of those movies where you're rooting for
I think
somebody
he's
that
just
you
OCD.
Yeah, he's also very aware, so it's not like,
Yeah.
you know, he's not
you're
that
rooting for
chaotic.
somebody that you technically should not be rooting for.
It was his profession.
Yeah, he's just
Okay.
a working man.
I guess some people just kind of fall into contract killing. I love this movie. Next on the list is Dream Scenario. Came out on
Wow.
November 10th. 7 out of 10 on IMDb. 91% Rotten Tomatoes. 68% audience score. You guys are fucking idiots. I gave it a 9.2.
I give it a 9.
9.3?
Dream Scenario fucking
Rock.
rules.
Yeah,
Rock
dude.
the fucking house.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We just threw it on. I had no idea what the movie was even about.
Right.
And I went on a journey in this fucking film. Nicolas Cage has come
hot,
so
hot.
back. Like, this is why the hell it was Nicolas Cage not nominated for a
There's
fucking
a
Oscar?
fucking reason why there's a movie about his work. Okay. There's a
Where he plays himself.
fucking
Pedro Pascal is his fucking sidekick.
Nick Cage is the line in that movie as it
Oh
starts.
my god.
He is fantastic,
Fantastic.
in this film. And this movie is so smart. And it is saying so fucking much about the world we live in today.
Yep.
Much like Talk to Me, like I just love a movie that kind of just will like make you think. And just this movie says a lot about cancel culture and like social media and stuff, and like how one day the world will fucking love you because you did something like on Instagram or something, and you get this overwhelming praise and from the world, and they'll fucking turn on
Fade.
you on
Yeah,
any second. Not fade, but turn on you and attack you.
And like all the internet trolls
And
will come out.
and essentially like ruin your fucking life. They ruin his life.
Yes.
Right.
And he was just like this loser guy. Fucking Nick Cage like has like the Homer haircut, you know, for this movie. He's like bald and stuff, just like a fucking nothing, bland, ordinary dad, you know, who has, I think he was like a writer in it, right? Like a failed writer or something.
Writer,
and he's just a teacher.
Right.
Yep.
But, you know, he had all these aspirations to be a world famous writer. So when he finally gets the fame, he's like really happy and like, you know, like he's getting a piece of what he's always wanted, but not for what he wanted it for. And just a great fucking premise for a movie where he just starts showing up in
People's
everybody's dreams. And at first people fucking love it. They're like, oh wow, and they're like, you know, trying to fuck up and all this stuff. And then you get that Nick Cage turn where all of a sudden these dreams turn into nightmares. And then there is some legitimately like scary stuff in this movie.
Creepy.
Yeah.
And like, so everybody just starts hating him and ruining his life. And fuck, I really fucking
So
like
great,
this
dude.
movie, man.
Yeah.
Go watch Dreams.
Yeah, it's a fucking good one.
Next on the list is Thanksgiving released.
Not as good as Dream Scenario.
Not quite. 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 84% Rotten Tomato score, 80% audience score. I gave it a 7.1.
I give it a 7.5.
6.5.
6.5. I thought you really liked this movie.
I thought it was goofy, silly, but it wasn't like...
It was definitely goofy.
Yeah.
It was...
I would never watch it again. I guess it's just whatever to me.
I would watch it again, but it won't be one that I like
we
constantly go back
I mean, maybe
to.
we'll watch it on Thanksgiving one
Well, that's
day.
the thing. That's the thing. It's called Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's a perfect movie for you to throw on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll try it this year. Let's see.
And shout
we'll
out
give
to
it a
Tim
shot.
Dillon on that one, too.
Oh, yeah, Tim Dillon's in it.
Let's just see what happens.
Eli Roth, who mainly makes fucking terrible movies. This is definitely his best movie. It's a good time. It's again, like we were talking about with Totally Killer. It's just like a fun, goofy slasher, and I had a great time. The only thing about this movie is that when you compare it to the Grindhouse trailer that birthed it, the Grindhouse trailer was way more crude.
Right.
So I went into this movie expecting a knife in the pussy.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that.
Wow.
And I was a little...
You're right.
And there was a point where he was like fucking ahead in front of all of the family that was tied down. He was like a decapitated head that he's just like fucking in front of everybody who's like crying because it's probably somebody that they loved. Nothing like that happened in the movie.
Right.
And I was like, like you did, like
Missed
you
opportunity.
made a softer version of
Right.
this crude ass thing that you created.
Well, it got launched on Netflix. Was it Netflix?
No, that was in the movie theater.
Oh, was it?
But it was probably not that long because I barely heard about it.
I thought
and
it
then
was. I
already
thought
on
it dropped in the
It
streaming.
came out exclusively on Netflix after a while, but I went to go watch this in the movie theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up there. Yeah?
Wrap it up.
We're at an hour and a half.
Let's wrap it up, and we're gonna wrap up 2023 in part 3
Yeah.
coming soon,
Damn.
guys. We're this is a few more, and then we'll talk about our favorites and what we hated and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening, guys. We're brought to you by Salad Bites Media each and every episode. Go check them out. Listen to Salinas Underground podcast. Oz, our producer, is out there producing all these shows. So support the network. Give us likes. Give us follows. Subscribe. All that good stuff. Got anything else to say, guys?
That's it. We'll catch you later.
We'll finish this in 2025, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Sayonara, Sammy.
The Electro and Bono Movie Power